Lena Kasparian is under a brutal and surprise attack from her partner, Mark Zatarian, who is drunk and angry. With her young children around her legs, Lena's in a desperate situation.
I was dealing with a demon of some sort and trying to protect my kids and keep them alive.
It's now that Mark loses his grip on the saucepan. It was the split second Lena needed and the reflex response that changed everything.
I just reached out to see what else there was there that I can use to protect myself, and the knife that I was using the night before was still in the drain, and so I grabbed it.
Stay away.
And I just held it up to my chest and I said, "Stay away from me."
Was he aware of the knife, do you think?
Yeah. At that point, he saw the knife in my hand and then he started pacing and chest out and just kept saying, "All right, stab me, do it. Go on, stab me, do it, do it." It's like, that's not the reaction I was waiting for. I was waiting for him to just sort of walk away and leave the room.
This is the same sized and branded knife as the one Lena had picked up, an incredibly sharp 16-centimetre boning knife, a knife she insists she never planned to use.
And he just sort of lunged towards me, and I don't know if he tripped or if he missed a step or if he... I don't know. But at one point, he just came too close, and I'm still holding the knife at my chest, you know, firmly. And I think at that point, I realised that the tip of the knife had gone into his shirt. And I think he felt some sort of cut, and we just looked at each other with this sort of gasp and like, I was frozen. Like, it's like time just stopped. We just had that eye-to-eye kind of connection, and I think I had that shock in my face where I was like, oh my God, what just happened? And he was like, sort of, oh no, like, what did I do? And then he just sort of took a step back. And as soon as he walked away from me, I quickly grabbed my kids and just pushed them into the laundry and ran in there, knife still in my hand, same position. And I saw the tip of the knife had a little bit of blood on it. I was like, okay, I need to call an ambulance.
Hello?
Hello, this is...
I need police in the emergency.
It was so hard. I dropped the phone a couple of times and I think I actually fell to my knees because my knees had gone weak. Just trying to comprehend what just happened.
I need an ambulance.
Yeah, okay, stay on the line. I'm getting the message off straight away.
At that time, did you think that it was serious?
No. No. You know, there was no force. He was alive. He wasn't dead. There was no blood gushing anywhere. There was nothing. It was just a tiny little cut. 14 millimetres.
He's conscious.
Is he breathing much?
He's all right. He's walking around the house.
Or is he bleeding?
It's just a small cut.
Small cut.
But the injury is much worse than anyone knows. While Lena and her children are still cowering in the laundry, Mark is walking around the house phoning friends. Then suddenly he calls out for Lena.
I heard him say, "I can't breathe." So I ran out, just screaming and crying and telling him, you know, please don't die on me. Like, don't stay. don't close your eyes, don't. Keep breathing.
The sharp knife had gone through Mark's skin. Incredibly and desperately unluckily, it had missed cartilage and ribs to pierce his heart.
Okay, what's happened?
My boyfriend just attacked me and I stabbed him in the chest with a knife.
It's her words in this phone call that sees Lena go from victim to perpetrator. By using the phrase, "I stabbed him," in her emergency call, Lena made herself sound like the attacker.
You have stabbed your boyfriend in the chest.
I can't hear you, sorry.
You stabbed your boyfriend in the chest,
Because he
yeah?
attacked me with... He was hitting me.
Peter Doyle, Lena's barrister, blames her choice of words on the shock she was suffering. So the suggestion that he might have stabbed himself by walking onto the knife is never made in those early moments. Why is that?
Obviously, it was a highly charged, very emotional situation. She was distraught. She had her children with her. The person whom she loved was on the ground bleeding. It's not the easiest time to pick the best choice of words.
How do you explain something like that just happened? I'm holding a knife and, you know, the knife went into his chest. So I was in so much shock. I was like, I just stabbed him. Oh my God.
The damage was done, and in the eyes of the law, Lena was now the attacker.
So when I opened the door, there was 2 young cops. He said, "Put your weapons down." That was the first thing I heard him say to me. I was like, what are you talking about? So I reached out to him and he grabbed his hand and pulled him in. I said, "Come and help me. He needs help, he's not breathing." And they walked into the kitchen and they just stood there. And I just looked at him. "Why aren't you doing anything?" He goes, "Oh, we can't touch him, but you're under arrest."
Lena tells police she was only trying to defend herself and protect her children, but instead she is arrested for grievous bodily harm and immediately handcuffed.
I was baffled. I was like, hang on, I called 000, I asked for the ambulance, I called for help, but I'm being treated as the baddie. No one's even listening to me. I'm saying, hang on, I was the one being attacked.
Peter Doyle says, presented with the facts as they then knew them, police had no other option.
They had a person who admitted having a knife in their hand and when the knife entered his chest. So I'm not critical of the police at first instance for their actions.
Less than an hour after the attack, and a now unconscious Mark is rushed to hospital for emergency heart surgery. Police separate Lena from her children and take her to the garage where she wants to give a statement to reveal what Mark had done.
As much as I was the victim in that situation, they at that point thought that Mark was the victim. So I just wanted to explain to them that this is what happened, this is the situation, and I was cuffed.
Coming up, police tapes reveal Lena's chilling account.
Obviously, the knife went into his chest.
What her 5-year-old saw.
He hit her head twice.
And Lena's world thrown into chaos
I couldn't accept it.
by Mark's unbelievable death.
I just said, no, you're lying, you didn't die.
That's next on 60 Minutes. Hello, I'm Tara Brown. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.